Um, Hello and welcome to Challenge 4.
Hello.
It's good to see you. Hello, it's good to see you. And it was great seeing all of you during the checkup session on last Friday when you received feedback on what you've been doing so far and on the common theme. Now, Challenge 4 is what we call the bottleneck challenge in our student journey, if that is appropriate and correct to say. And Christine is going to explain why.
Yes, so what this part of the virtual exchange session represents is the actual communication process that has to take place between and among each of you within the group. This week, this assignment represents the second to last portion and therefore the heaviest and probably the most time-consuming part of the virtual exchange class that you have. Now, here's why. When, I don't know if I should be going into this now, but I'll say it. When curating your exhibit, which is what Challenge 4 is all about, and when you're discussing what's new, what you're doing is you're looking at your exhibit from two different points of view, right, Alexandra? So you're looking at your exhibit.
Well,
go ahead.
So yes, from two different points of view. One is your personal choice. So remember that you had a reason to choose your museum artifact. And the other is from the point of view of museum visitors. So you want to connect your museum artifacts with a common theme and tell a very good story, a story that opens new perspectives for a museum visitor and a story that gains new insight. And we are well aware that that requires maybe some time and also some energy in order to create a good story. Plus, you are going to use the graphic elements that have been provided to you by Tonia and which are on your LMS. So you are putting together what you have found in your curating process and making it easy and easy to read and making people wanting to come back to your story and read your story.
Right. So as you're working on your maximum 3-page PDF document, which is your Quest Team Museum exhibit, remember, you're looking at your object from the point of view from the provenance of your object. So you want to stay true to your object, and you want to stay true when you're creating your theme to why you selected that museum object in the first place to represent who you are. So then the third thing that's going to be a little bit more challenging, and it's part of the intercultural communication process that we're trying to have you practice within this virtual exchange environment, is what is that theme or that one narrative or that thread that you can weave among your objects and create a story, right? So that's what you're doing for your museum visitor within your virtual museum brochure. You're creating a story that you want to make interesting enough that the museum visitor, whoever you define that is, comes back to your museum exhibit, and that you're creating that theme or that narrative that represents who you are and what your object is about.
And think about on the 3 PDF Padlet, upload your 3 pages PDF to the Padlet for Challenge 4, and in the blue section, enter your suggestions for the whole organization of the museum brochure. That means read also the stories of the other Quest teams and bring that into the order that for you makes most sense or is like the best choice. And we're going to pick it up, we're going to use it, we need it actually for our final Zoom session on April 30th.
Yes, that's correct. All right, so if there's any questions from any of you on this challenge number 4 and what's needed and how it relates to challenge number 5, which is essentially our next Zoom session, please don't hesitate to email Alexandra and I, and we'll get back to you with specifics.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. We are looking forward. It's going to be a great story.
Yes, and we're excited to see what you do.
Yes. See you soon.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.